Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday, and with me, as always, is Nick Mason.
It's great to be here.
Isn't it just?
Yep.
Are you loving movie news?
I mean,
Do you think you'll love this movie news for this week?
Obviously, yeah.
Do you think you'll love the movie Moana too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Love is a strong word, Mason. You shouldn't just throw that around.
And yet I do. Because I've got so much love to give.
You're too cavalier. I don't like it. You're gonna break someone's heart. You should know that.
Is it the movie Moana 2?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, when you realise it's not that good. Mason, we are going to talk about Moana too, but in the lead-up, we've got a bunch of news. And there's time codes below if you don't want to skip to any of them.
I do.
We've got a Fast and Furious update.
What?
Yep. We've got a Paddington 2 release date. It's going head-to-head with another big movie, Paddington 3. What did I say? What did you say?
You're saying Paddington 2 is heading up against Paddington 3.
That's right.
Movie studio, they're just trying anything at this point.
They are.
And they're like, well, let's see what wins.
See what happens. We've got apparently more changes to Captain America: Brave New World, which is good because it's out like next month or whatever.
Absolutely,
That's good to February. Valentine's Day. There you go.
Beautiful.
You can take Moana 2, the love of your life.
They're adding in extra time for smooches.
Oh, good.
Just some lulls.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's there's a little thing.
Yap.
A little thing flashes on screen like ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
okay,
And then you know to smooch.
Good. I'm going to talk about Tom Cruise doing a scary movie. First one ever, they're saying. But he did do Interview with the Vampire and he did the Mummy reboot. Those are scary, don't you think?
Yeah.
We got Denis Villeneuve, who hates Star Wars, and he'll tell you all about it.
He's an original hater, it
Yeah,
seems like.
he's from way
he's
back.
An old school hater.
We've
Forget all these people being like, Last Jedi ruined everything.
Not this guy.
He's got you beat.
He's been hating
by
this.
decades.
Yeah, before the prequels. We're going to talk about Wolves 2 being cancelled by Apple, but maybe Apple didn't cancel it and another thing happened. That
Maybe
was
a
interesting.
different individual person cancelled it,
Yep.
yes.
Got an update on the Superman
It was
show.
me.
Was it?
Yeah.
We're going to update on this.
I didn't even watch the first one, but I heard it's bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
Cancel the sequel.
Agreed.
Okay.
That Superman trailer got an update. Apparently, it's like the studio was like, make it better, but there might be more to that, Mason.
Make it better. That's too good. Make it worse.
There is a trailer for Lilo and Stitch, but I'm just going to delete that.
Okay. Sure.
You saw it?
No.
It's live action. You
I
get
haven't
it.
seen the original Lilo.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And then Dwayne Johnson has some thoughts about singing in the theater.
Does
And
he
that
really?
you should do it.
Should do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll get into that.
Some people have been saying that this week. We'll get to it.
Okay, we'll get to it.
But I think people are flailing because people in the industry are flailing because they're like, I don't know what to tell these people anymore.
Can you film TikTok or not? Can you film inside the theater and put it on TikTok?
Well,
Mason?
I mean, the star and director of Deadpool 3 would suggest you can do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Cool.
They're sharing, they're retweeting.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
We're having fun.
Mason.
Yes, hello.
It's time for a Fast and Furious 11 update via Vinnigan Diesel.
Oh, yes.
He's taken to Instagram.
Vinegar Diesel.
Vinnigan.
Okay. Right.
Vinegar.
Vinegar Diesel is his brother.
That's right. John Cena.
Yeah.
Why? Because they spray painted them the same color for that movie, Mason.
Right.
We haven't heard much on Fast and Furious X2 or Fast X2. The last one ended on a big cliffhanger. A dam
'cause it was a
exploded.
part 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to be Fast and Furious X Part 2.
Yeah.
It's not
How
gonna
we
be Fast and
get
Furious.
out of that dam?
Yeah, I know, but it's not going to be Fast XI. It's not going to be Fast 11.
I don't know. I don't know. So this is what he said. I got Universal in one ear saying we need Fast X2 by March 2026. I've Comcast in the other ear saying we need 2 movies to be the finale.
Oh.
Then the writer on
trouble in the Universal Comcast paradise, it
seems that way.
Wow.
Then the writer on Fast 5 sent me this image, which is of him and Dwayne The Rock
It's
Johnson.
his own nuts. How did that happen? How did you get this photo? I mean, they're looking good.
Looking good. They sent me this image, which was him and The Rock on
Okay.
Fast 5, and said, we need to see Dom and Hobbs resolve their differences.
Sure.
And he said, do we?
Do they still have differences?
I don't know.
Did they have differences in the last
In
one?
like real life, they did.
They do,
but,
yeah.
But in the movies, they figured it out.
But that's Finnegan and The Rock, not Dom and Hobbs.
Would you watch Dom and Hobbs?
Sounds like a brand of tea bags. Pass the Dom and Hobbs.
Pass the Dom and Hobbs, yeah.
You know, it's a cozy advert. You know, some neighbours come around and
Yeah.
pass the Dom and Hobbs.
Pass the Dom and Hobbs.
Dunk.
He said,
Dunk.
I just want to get back to real street
Dunk a
racing.
Dom and Hobbs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I won't.
And have a jammy Dodger.
I won't.
Oh,
I just
wow.
want to get back to real
God, you hate community. You hate,
I do hate community.
You hate the friendship in the community, don't you?
I do, actually.
Wow.
Some days I do, and today I do. I flip and I flop, Mason.
Yeah.
Today I hate everything and everyone. Maybe I'm hungover. Maybe it's a different reason.
It's that thing you said about
Could be
being
another. Could be that and another reason on top of that.
I know for a fact it's at least the being hungover thing.
I just want to get back to real street racing.
Now this isn't you.
This isn't me.
No, correct.
But those days,
We're
they're
back in the
behind
quote.
me. Those
We're
days.
back in the quote. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. The last thing you want to do, especially in a current state, is get back to
After I
street
crashed
racing.
my Hyundai Elantra, I
That's-
knew that my
right.
street racing days were over.
Yeah, that's right.
I just want to get back to real street racing, practical stunts, and a reunion of that beautiful brotherhood. Happy Thanksgiving.
It is a beautiful brotherhood, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I think he's
And their wives.
Yes, he's trying to create a new duo because
A new
his last
duo.
his
Do
brother.
you think that's wise?
the new
For
duo, maybe.
the next move to have a new duo.
I think it would help. I don't think it would
Okay.
hinder.
And it's Vinnigan Diesel and The Rock.
Well, yeah,
And
because
they're
we
a
know in the
new
movies
duo.
they can't use Brian because Brian retired.
holiday.
He went on holiday.
He went on holiday.
for 5 movies.
Yeah.
But he's okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
He just went on holiday.
It's all right. He's got the kids and they're safe. So don't even worry
Don't
about
worry. And sometimes his wife is there.
Yeah.
But he's on holiday still.
yeah.
He's on extended sabbatical.
It's all right. It's all right, Vin. It's Dom. It's all right, Dom. We're okay. Brian's in the other room.
Yeah.
He's in the bedroom
Yeah.
playing Nintendo.
So what do you think about
So
Eddie?
we need a nude duo.
Yeah.
So which of the all the main cast, who would be the best?
I mean,
nude
he's saying Dom and Hobbs. That's what he's saying. That's what the post implied. That's
Yeah.
the picture.
duo? I guess.
Do you think that's a good duo? I mean, they tried Statham and
Yeah, that's true.
Hobbs and or whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't feel that one, did you?
It's just two weird eggs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think those two together will like reignite this franchise.
No,
at
because
this point
again,
either.
what I said of Hobbs and Shaw is they're not different enough.
No, they're not.
You know, just because they eat breakfast slightly differently.
I was thinking of Dom and Hobbs. Because
But
they're
Dom and
not
Hobbs
different
aren't
enough. No,
different, no.
one's got a goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there is something to being like real street racing practical stunts. I think there is something
Yeah.
to that.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. I think what made that last movie work like at all was Jason Momoa. That was why. Without him, that
Yeah.
movie is not.
And that's the thing. So, I mean, ideally, you'd want to skip the part where he's still the bad guy and then
Yeah.
he becomes, they're friends, even though he killed Dom's brother. But
That's
then we
right.
just reveal he's not dead, obviously. Actually, no, Dom's brother killed himself. He just
Oh,
crashed
yeah.
that car into
He
whatever.
flipped the rocket. He did the rocket car and
Yeah.
he flipped it on. He's not dead though.
No,
You
of
know
course
that.
he's not. He was just busy filming a season of Peacemaker. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
when
So
he-
they were like, just kill him for a minute and bring him back.
I mean, they already took his brain out in between movies and swapped it for another guy.
They did, that's
Remember when
true.
he turned up with
Yeah.
a completely different personality?
Yeah,
And his
yeah,
cool 80s car.
Yeah.
And he was a cool uncle. He was a cool daggy uncle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
He's like, I got laid in this car a lot or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever he was
See,
doing.
it's difficult to
I've got 8-track.
it's difficult to do new duos.
Yeah.
Or nude duos.
That's easier.
because I feel like there's like a different tiers of those characters. Like there's like up the top there's Dom and Hobbs.
Yep.
And
Brian.
and Brian. And then under that is like the characters we respect less.
Yes.
So it's like Tej and
his mate.
no, he's lower.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Tedge's mate is lower than Tedge.
Yeah, well, the Tej and the lady from Megalopolis.
Oh, okay, yeah,
they're
okay.
in that level.
Yeah.
But you can't really pair them. You need to pair two of them up with like a Dwayne
Where's
the Rock
Statham?
Johnson. Statham's in the top, but
Yeah.
we've already established that none of those combos work.
Yeah, okay.
So, and then below that, below Tej and the lady from Megalopolis, we've got like Tyrese.
Yeah.
And then and the assorted.
Han. I think Han's a bit above that.
Yeah,
Han's probably tier 2.
Yeah, Han's tier 2. He's with Tej.
Yeah.
And then below
Gazelle.
Yeah, and then below
I love you trying to work out.
below
this
Tyrese
movie.
below Tyrese is the guy from Tokyo Drift and his mates who built the rocket car to space.
Oh, yeah.
So it's sort of like, when you'll see like, you'll see a bunch of superheroes and it's like, oh, you got to build a team for $100 and it's like,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Iron Man's $50
Yeah.
and, Captain America's $50 so you can, or Hawkeye's $5
Yeah.
or whatever. It's the same thing. It's
Yeah.
like you need to build, it'd have to be a trio at minimum.
Yeah, I
think,
agree.
But I don't think any of them work, honestly. Where's Cena? He's 2. He's tier 2.
I would say so.
Yeah.
And he's dead.
And he's dead for now. Yeah. Charlize Theron is...
I'd say she's 2,
Yeah.
tier 2. I think you do need different dynamics and you also need Dom not to team up with a new person in Batman. I'm going in alone, and then half of the movie is following this guy on his own.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to work in a team and do big heists.
But the actor himself doesn't
he
work
doesn't
well
want
in a
to
team
do
at
that.
all.
So
Yeah.
I think that would maybe add to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And then you got little baby Brian who's growing up.
That's true.
So that's a big deal. Unless that damn explosion killed him.
It's true, yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't know
It's a
either.
mystery. I'll think on it across the course of the week, and then we'll come back.
It doesn't matter. It won't be good.
No.
Whatever they come up with, I think this is not done, but it is stalled.
Oh.
And the park brake is
like
on.
a rocket car.
Yeah, like
to
a rocket
space.
car. And the park brake is on.
The park brake is on.
And the
That's true.
movies aren't very good anymore.
It's true.
It's all of those things.
Yeah.
All right, Mason, let's do this. Paddington in Peru, which apparently isn't as quite as good as the Paddington 2, but it's still all right.
Okay. And that's according to Paddington.
That's right.
Well, look, in my own opinion, this is not my best work.
The release date of that has been moved from January 17th to February 14th. Do you remember what movie comes out on that date?
Captain America, the fourth Captain America
That's right.
movie.
Captain America, Brave New Bird. That's right. I think that's interesting. Is that like counter programming? Is that
feels
them
like-
having no faith in this? It's Sony, and they don't make good decisions.
No.
But the Paddington movies, this movie will generally do well.
I don't know.
They're not huge in the US.
Maybe they're taking a stab at counter programming again, which is the thing we used to have, where like you'd have a big action movie on the same week, there'd be a rom-com or something, and people would, maybe that's the trick. There is you try and build a rivalry, or trying to build another Barbenheimer or what have you.
Yeah.
You know,
what movies are
Paddington Bird, we could call it.
Paddington Bird. Yeah. What movies are out in like? I'm looking at what's out in January of 2025. I'm just gonna have a look at this.
Have a quick look.
See what's going on, because I wonder if it's going up to after anything in particular. These
we call it Brave New Paddington.
Sort by release date. Here we go.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
I think you're doing all right. I think you're having a very good
I
go
don't
of it.
recognize any of this stuff. I'm just like, was there something it moved away from? And I guess maybe it was just January is not a good time.
Yeah.
Traditionally, it's changed a bit to release anything. It's like a graveyard of fucking movies, but that has changed in more recent years. No, I don't recognize any of this. Look, I don't know. We'll see. But that leads us into this, though, in that Daniel Richtman is on Twitter.
Famous scooper.
Well, yeah.
What's his current
78.35% accuracy rate on Marvel Studio spoilers on Reddit.
Not bad.
People are like, this guy sucks, but like his accuracies, that's pretty good. That's a B plus. It's nearly an A.
It's a B plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's 100%. Captain America Brave New World is currently being changed due to another negative test screening. We've had a few of those already. It's unclear if it'll include another batch of reshoots or simply just re-editing.
Yeah, but I mean, every trailer goes through a bunch of revisions, I would imagine.
This isn't a trailer. This is the movie.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Right.
Did I say
Oh,
trailer,
no,
did
actually,
I?
no, I'm thinking of a different piece of news. The Superman trailer has had a bunch of
Oh, yeah,
revisions.
we're going to talk about that.
And people are like, bro, it's probably because the movie sucks. It's no, because they do like 50 revisions of every trailer.
Exactly.
Okay. But yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
What are they trying to cut out here? What's left once they've done that?
Yep.
Who knows?
What is the finale bad?
Could be.
A big grey finale
Yeah, maybe.
in a grey pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grey smoke.
Yeah.
Which is my favourite kind
Captain
of movie.
America and the Red Hulk fall into a big pit of mud, and it's just two brown figures flapping at each other. Yeah.
One's got wings.
One's got
That
wings.
makes sense.
And
yeah.
they already designed the mud, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that last trailer was quite good, but I don't know, and I'd love to be surprised, but like it's not. Just doesn't seem this is going well based on just things where we've heard.
Also, I think maybe potentially after the most recent US election, opening this with a presidential assassination attempt is maybe
they
gonna,
did take that out of the trailer. Yeah.
Again, I think most audiences are savvy enough to be like, well, they made it before the whatever. But I think it's these.
Saying don't get political.
I'm saying don't get political.
Keep your opinions to
but
yourself.
I think the studio, Marvel has been inclined to, nervously fire a guy or change a thing, based on very little in the past. So maybe they're just like, ugh,
yeah,
Maybe
he doesn't. Whatever the thing he was going to do, he doesn't do that.
That's right.
In lieu of the current political climate.
Yeah, I think
which is weak.
I think he probably approaches President Ross and he hands him a box of Rose's chocolates.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're not great though, are they?
I think they're all right.
Which one's your favorite?
Strawberry.
Yep.
Yep.
That's true.
That is true. Because you can't buy a block of just strawberry chocolate.
You can't. You gotta get through the peppermint and the weird orange one or whatever.
Yeah. marzipan or something.
Yeah, the one with the
Turkish delight.
Grey filling.
Not for me. Yeah, now that I think about it, if I buy a box of roses, I'm eating like 3 of them and then...
Yeah, they know what they're doing. God. So I don't know. We'll see.
Just sell me a block of chocolate with strawberry in it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
If that's what you want me to do, I'll do that.
If you could do that, yeah.
So that's fine, isn't it?
It's fine.
This is by Showbiz 411.
Okay.
You a fan
I don't know what it is, but
of
sure.
Showbiz?
Yes.
Nice.
Not all of it, though.
No.
No.
Not the crook stuff.
You're not the crook stuff.
And the
exactly.
bad movies.
No.
Yeah.
So very little of it. I bet the caterers do a really good job.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially on big movie.
Yeah.
Apparently Tom Cruise is doing a scary movie.
Oh.
It's going to be directed by Doug.
And by that, you don't mean in the scary movie franchise.
Oh my God, I wish. Do you think he could do it?
Yeah.
Because he's funny? Because he put on that fat suit that time and danced and everyone thinks that's funny?
It is funny.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
I just don't think it's very funny.
Okay.
That's a funny movie.
Huh.
I just don't think that's... I don't find that...
So you're saying it's less funny than the blackface in that movie?
Mason, the blackface is actually a commentary on white privilege as an actor.
Interesting.
So if anything, I don't have an opinion.
Good call. Good call.
Doug Liman's going to direct this.
Now, what'd he do again?
Yeah,
What'd he do again?
Edge of Tomorrow.
That's a good movie.
And American Made, both of which are Tom Cruise action movies. So both are good.
I don't think I saw American Made.
It's good.
He's a war profiteer or something? He's
he's a cocaine distributor guy for the CIA.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
And whatever. It's pretty fun, actually.
You don't see what CIA would need with cocaine, but all right.
Here's a direct quote from Doug Liman, who says, "I've never done one, and neither has Tom Cruise." Which he had. He did Interview with the Vampire and The Mummy 2017, which is they're both very scary movies.
Yeah.
This initial script, you're going to love this.
What's it called, this movie? Do we know?
They don't have a name. There was a working title, but it might be called Lower or...
Deeper
Deeper, that's right. Something like that. But the initial script was actually written by your best friend, Max Landis.
I don't like him at all.
But he's your best friend.
Yeah, but you got to stick with your friends through thick and thin, even if you don't like them.
And they're crook blokes.
They are very crook.
So...
like father, like son.
Yes,
crook.
Absolutely. For different reasons.
Correct.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, cool, I guess. Let's Doug
What's
Liman.
left of the? Do we know anything about this script besides?
No, that's pretty much it. That's all we know.
Okay.
So yeah, but I guess I know like Interview the Vampire and The Mummy, they're not really horror movies. There's a gothic horror element to them.
So true.
One of them at least. And we'll see what Tom Cruise is doing. He could do like I feel like there would have been a win, like when Ryan Reynolds did like I'm in a spooky house or whatever. He did a remake of. Let me figure this out.
Okay.
Ryan. It's called
R.I.P.D.
No.
Okay.
It's like
Waiting.
where Dad Goes Mad or something.
Oh, it's Dad Goes Mad.
It's Blade Trinity. No, he did the Amityville Horror remake in 2005. That's right.
Amityville Horror, Dad Goes Mad.
Dad Goes Mad. So, do you remember that one?
Nope, I do not.
He would have been... He was like 24 when that came out or something. Oh, you can be a dad at 24. Nobody's saying you can't.
Very true.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here now, Mason? THR, they spoke to Denis Villeneuve.
Oh, yes.
Who people know as the director of Dune and other movies that didn't do well.
That's right.
But I know Dune did well. He did Blade Runner 2049. He did Arrival. He did Prisoners. He's an amazing director.
Dune 2's doing did quite well.
It did. No, his Dune movies are good. He's okay.
He's doing okay.
He's going to be all right because he makes good movies.
And then, so this interviewer presumably said, say something scandalous about the Star Wars movies because we need some clicks here.
Well, recently Quentin Tarantino was coming at him about how he doesn't want it Dune because it's a remake. But it's not.
No.
But anyway, he said this because he hates George Lucas. He said, I was the target audience of Star Wars. I was the target audience. I was 10 years old. It went to my brain like a silver bullet. I became obsessed with Star Wars. I mean, The Empire Strikes Back is the movie that I anticipated the most in my life. I saw the movie 1 billion times on screen. I was traumatized by The Empire Strikes Back. I adore Star Wars. The problem is that all that derailed in 1983 with Return of the Jedi.
And that was ages ago.
I know. That was the year I was born. That's how long ago.
41 years ago.
No, that doesn't sound right.
41 years.
I think you mean 21. It's a long story.
I mean, I think
settle in.
Oh, all right.
Settle in, everyone.
All right.
If you need to go to the toilet, now's the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I leave?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, here it is then.
I was 15 years old, and my best friend and I wanted to take a cab and go to LA and talk to George Lucas. We were so angry. Still today, the Ewoks. It turned out to be a comedy for kids. Star Wars became crystallized in its own mythology. Very dogmatic. It seemed like a recipe, no more surprises. So I'm not dreaming to do a Star Wars because I feel like the code is very codified or codified.
I mean, that's the guy you want to get to do a Star Wars.
Exactly.
It's the
A
Tony
guy
Gilroy.
who hates Star Wars.
It's the Tony Gilroy formula.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, he's doing epic sci-fi in Dune already.
He's doing Dune already.
So, is that the next one? It's Dune already. Is it? Didn't we already do this?
No.
No.
No, we're just mucking about with the previous two. This one's Dune
You
already.
fell for it.
Yeah, you idiots.
So, look, I think everybody has their Star Wars breaking point, you know?
Yeah.
But he probably hasn't seen Andor, which is good, I assume.
Oh, yeah, no, that's probably true, yeah.
I think if he was looking for something it's Andor. That's the thing. I mean, you can't ignite that feeling of being 10 years old again. It's not possible. Like it doesn't, that's such a specific time in someone's life.
What about cocaine?
Oh, yeah, I guess that could do it. Yeah, that's a great point.
I think so.
Yeah. Just thinking if I could do that.
Maybe.
So, yeah, there you go. I don't know. When's your Star Wars breaking point? Was it Phantom Menace?
Well, I mean, yes.
But you've enjoyed some stuff that's come
Well,
since.
see, that's exactly it. I enjoyed some of the most recent trilogy, specifically Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And Andor.
Yep.
And
Some of Mandalorian. The time Bill Burr shot that guy. That was a great scene.
Yeah. He was like, don't stop pushing my buttons.
Remember the time...
I've had some space cocaine.
I'm ready to go. Remember the time Luke showed up and he went, I'm here to be Luke Skywalker again.
Look at my haunting face.
I'm young.
Yeah, I'm so...
Just like you, the watcher of this show, all of you.
Yeah.
You're not 41. That's crazy.
No, I don't know. I guess I've not sworn off that franchise.
No, me neither. I think there's always room for it to come back.
Yeah.
And there will be because they keep announcing movies.
Give it a chance, Denis Villeneuve.
They should also make some movies though, maybe. Instead of just saying they're going to.
Lucasfilm and Disney and Star Wars.
And then we'll know what's good and what's not. All right, Mason, this is by Deadline. Wolves 2 has been cancelled by Apple, they said. They said, we cancelled Brad Pitt and George Clooney's movie Wolves 2. They probably drew Wolf's $sign on the board.
Yeah.
And then went, no, we made Wolves already.
Sure.
Wolves, then another additional $sign on the end. Wolves. You didn't see this,
They
did
probably
you?
handed out mugs that said you don't have to be wolves to work here, but it helps, but it's cancelled.
You think they did that?
I think they did that, yeah.
Yeah, it's not, I talked about this last week. It's not great.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it because it's on Apple TV Plus, which now there is an app for my TV, but I haven't got it yet.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a little time off, and then I'm gonna enjoy the bounty that is on Apple TV.
What are you going to start with? Severance?
Yeah, maybe Severance.
Dune
What else
Prophecy, maybe. If that's
on Bonge.com.
Oh, that one about in the future and it's robots and humanity.
No, I'll skip
Isaac
that one.
Asimov, etc.
Foundation. Okay.
That one?
Isn't there a few? What's Raised by Wolves on? What was that on?
That's on that. Yeah.
Okay,
Raised by
right.
Wolves is good.
Okay.
That's a Wrigley Scott one.
A Wrigley Scott.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah.
Man. That's some Blade Runner shit in it. I'll tell you that much. There's a bunch of stuff. Good stuff. Silo's good. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Greyhound, that Tom Hanks boat movie.
Slow Horses I haven't seen yet.
Slow Horses is apparently
should
good.
get that,
I haven't
yeah.
seen it.
Okay, yeah.
What's The Rookie on?
Why are you obsessed with the Rookie?
I'm not.
What's
I'm
going
asking
on?
you. What do you think it's
I
on?
don't know what it's on. It's over here. It's probably on like 7 Wow or something.
Over at your house, it's on the shelf in DVD form.
That's right. And Blu-ray. I updated.
Good. So anyway, so they were like, we're not doing Wolves. But John Watts, the director of Wolves, came out and said, I showed Apple my final cut of Wolves earlier this year. They were extremely enthusiastic about it and immediately commissioned me to...
It is on 7 Plus.
What is?
Rookie.
Yeah. I know you know that.
I do know that now.
Yeah. Is it also on Apple?
Some of it. 3 seasons.
Which seasons?
Doesn't say.
Doesn't matter for you though, does it?
No, it doesn't, because I know them all by the back of my hand. I can just look at the DVD box set cover and I can just perfectly imagine every episode. No, I've never seen the TV series The Rookie. You're building some sort of riff.
I don't know why you even care.
I don't care.
Mason.
Why do you care?
I showed Apple my final cut of Wolves this year. They were extremely enthusiastic about it and immediately commissioned me to start writing a sequel. That's good.
That's good.
But their last
What if Wolves but more?
Yeah.
What if there was a third Wolf?
3 Wolves.
What if it was Don Cheadle?
What if it was Don Cheadle?
What if it was Julia Roberts?
What if it was Julia Roberts?
What if it was Casey Affleck?
Yep. What if it was Bernie Mac?
Could have been Bernie Mac.
They shouldn't do that, though.
No.
Don't do it.
No, I
They
wouldn't.
might be tempted to do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But their last-minute shift from a promised wide theatrical release to the streaming service release was a total surprise and made without an explanation or discussion. I wasn't even told about it until less than a week before they announced it to the world. I was completely shocked and asked them to please not include the news that I was writing a sequel. They ignored my request and announced it in their press release anyway, seemingly to create a positive spin to their streaming pivot.
Ooh.
And so I quietly returned the money they gave me for the sequel. I didn't want to talk about it because I was proud of the film and I didn't want to generate any unnecessary negative press. I love working with Brad and George and Amy and Austin and Porna and Zlatko. And I would happily do it again.
And David Zaslav and Harvey Weinstein and Max Landis and his dad. He's just sneaking them all in.
Chuck him in, yeah. And but the truth
and
is,
Charles Manson.
The truth is that Apple
and John Wayne Gacy. I worked with him. Yeah,
he was bad too. I was noticing a trend. But the truth is that Apple didn't cancel the Wolf sequel. I did because I no longer trusted them as a creative partner. Do you think also Apple saw this and went, "This is great," and then went streaming?
Oh, you mean after they saw it?
Yeah,
potentially. Sure. Yeah.
Do you think this would have done well theatrically? Because I don't think it would.
I don't think it would have. I don't think. I would have seen it, probably.
Yeah.
I would have seen it as, in the theaters as opposed to signing up for Apple TV+. Also, Kills of the Flower Moon's on Apple TV+. I haven't watched that since it came out.
Isn't it extended now or something?
Well, it might be.
Yeah.
But
even Uglier Men.
Yeah.
Even Uglier Men edition.
That's right. Very interesting faces.
Sour Puss Men edition, man.
That's right.
God. Just everyone's meh.
You like suspenders? We got them.
Yeah, we got them.
Yeah.
No, remember how funny Brendan Fraser was in that movie?
Yeah. You, boy! I remember. I don't think Clooney and Pitt are a draw anymore. I don't know. How did that Clooney Julia Roberts movie go?
I think it did okay. That
rom-com they did, yeah.
Let me check.
But yeah, I don't think any, unless they have unless there's like some old.
You talking about the movie Money Monster?
No, that's made up. You've made that.
No, it came out in 2016.
Are you thinking of the movie Marty Monster, where George Clooney played some sort of children's TV mascot from the 80s?
Yeah, from
Marty Monster.
What was that show called?
I don't know.
Marty Monster. I need to know.
Okay.
Nobody knows this.
Yeah.
The Early Bird Show with
Was
Marty
it?
Monster.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Fucking TV now.
Yeah.
Mason sucks. This movie came out for $60 million and made 168.7. So there you go.
That's not good though, is it?
No, it's all right. If they would have had to double it and whatever, and they went well beyond that. So it was a moderate success. It was no Anyone But You.
True.
Scott Speedman or whoever's what's his name?
Scott Speedman.
Yeah, Scott Speedman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney dates that Wolfman vampire hybrid from Underworld.
Felicity.
Yeah.
He was in Felicity too. So yeah, there you go. No more wolves. And that's okay.
Unless they just get somebody else to do it.
Unless they make a prequel.
I mean, how does he own the concept of wolves?
Yep.
He didn't even invent it. He stole it from Pulp Fiction.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody steals.
Yeah, true.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Just don't get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Mason. This is by Dan Marcus, who's a scooper and filmmaker, etc. No, he said...
A scooper and filmmaker?
Yeah, people
can
do
those two
both.
Industries ever meet?
Absolutely, they
Wow.
can.
I guess he could make a movie and then he could listen in on all the salacious gossip and just tell everybody.
Tell everyone what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm ruining this.
The Gaffer and the Grip are dating.
Are they?
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they both married?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't know
right?
that.
Yeah, they're married to some craft services, an electrician.
What?
Yeah.
Do they know?
They're all poly.
Oh,
Yeah.
who cares then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's boring.
I agree.
Mason?
Okay, now can this guy top what we've just invented? This incredible turn of events that you'd be like, wow.
Maybe. Apparently the studio, the DC, whoever's running DCU, they didn't name specifically, are not happy with the Superman trailer.
Okay.
Which is coming together soon. They said the trailer... here we go. The trailer editor showed a cut to Michael DeLuca from Warner Brothers for approval, and it was met with make it better.
Ooh.
James Gunn was asked on Threads, who, of course, is the director of Superman, the movie. Not the original, this new one.
Yeah.
Superman, the movie, was called Superman. Have you seen that Chris Reeve documentary yet?
Not yet, no.
I watched that, yeah. Apparently it's really good. He said, only truth to this. And he said, well, sort of.
Uh-oh.
He said, when he says studio, they mean solely me, as the only studio involved in cutting of anything to do with the trailer is DC Studios, i.e. me and Peter Safran, who knows the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm the creatively demanding one. That's what he said. That's me.
Yeah. Peter Safran, he'll take any old slop.
Yeah, man.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't love art.
He's a garbage man.
Yeah, he's a garbage man. Yeah. He sucks. This is the exact same rigorous process I've gone through cutting every Guardians trailer, pushing them.
So he cuts his own trailers?
Maybe. Or get someone else to cut them and then goes...
Probably gets make it better.
Make it better. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that. Pushing the marketing folks as hard as I can, cutting and recutting until I think we have something worthy of the film itself. All that said, my notes are a lot more specific than make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says make it more better.
Make it longer or shorter. This is the whole movie. Cut it down.
That's right. Because as we know now, a lot of movie studios outsource their trailer production to somebody, like a company that just makes trailers.
There's companies, exactly. Exclusively.
So, I would be very curious.
I think all the Guardians trailers are really good also.
Yeah.
From memory.
So Gunn has done all those himself. Maybe.
Or contributed somewhat.
Yeah, make it better.
He was one of the 2 directors at Marvel who was allowed to direct. Yeah. Good. I'm really looking forward to it.
Fire him first, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, that happens.
Yeah.
Superman, as I've said before, it's the movie I'm most excited about next year, which means it's cursed because every time I say that, the movie comes out and it's not that good. Indiana Jones 5.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted it to be excellent.
Well, it wasn't. And it never was going to be. But at least we got to see that guy do the whips.
Yeah, that was good. We saw Whipperson. I remember. Yeah, man, I fucking remember. He whipped
it good.
He whipped for too long. Remember how long he whipped for?
Yeah, ages.
Yeah.
I went and got a coffee or something. I came back minutes later and he was still whipping.
You missed me fist fight that guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which would have been embarrassing for you because he had all those whips.
He whipped me a bunch. I don't think I got a hand on it.
You should have brought a chair.
I know.
You got to bring a chair to a whip fight. Don't you remember the movie The Rundown? He brings a chair. That guy has 2 whips.
I didn't bring a chair.
The Rock had a chair. Anyway. Wonder what whipping
I'll get him in Indiana Jones 6.
That's right.
I'll be ready.
You'd be like, and before we get started, folks, here's a little demonstration of some fun. And you're just leaping from the balcony with a wooden chair. And you just flatten him. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool,
man.
I think.
I'll do it.
Yeah. We should go to more movie premiere things. We
I
often
don't
have
want
time.
to.
I do.
All
I'll
right.
go to another
Tell
thing.
me then. I've got the emails.
Well, it'll 9 out of 10 will be like, oh, I can't, I'm at work.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
But,
okay, if there's a notable one or you have one, let me know. You want to go to fucking... All
right, first of all, language.
You want to go to that?
Yeah, kind of.
Do you?
I want to see...
It's out like Wednesday night. Comes out like the premiere's Wednesday and then it comes out Thursday morning. Or you could probably... I'll have a look now. Let me see.
All right.
Let me see if I can still get you a ticket to this.
This Wednesday?
I think it's next Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You fucking donkey. Let's have a look at this.
This is live housekeeping, folks. This is incredible. You know why I want to see? You know why I want to go to Craven?
What?
Because I want to see who is desperate enough to like show up to the Craven premiere.
Yeah.
You know, what weird influences, you know, that's what I want to see for these.
I think you just caught up in Craysember fever.
Yeah.
Honestly. All right, here we go. So it's on the 11th.
Okay.
Can you make that?
I don't know. Put me down for 4 tickets and we'll see.
You're not bringing anybody.
No,
I don't know what you're talking
not. No.
about. What are you saying to me or anybody?
No.
I'm just trying to find
the
out.
11th of December?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Starts at arrival at 6 p.m.
I don't know if I'm working
for a 6:30 film start. Melbourne Central.
Ooh. They're closing down the Jam Factory.
Are they?
Yeah, they're going to knock it down and rebuild it.
Oh, as another Jam Factory.
Yeah,
As a
second Jam Factory.
Second Jam Factory.
Yeah.
So yeah, Craven is out December 12th.
Okay.
There's no preview screening, so you could see it a day early. Actually, you could go to the Wednesday. Do you want me to just reply to this and say yes?
Yeah, why not?
All right, there you go. And I'll just send the tickets to you, and then you won't go.
Yeah.
And then I'll be blacklisted.
You'll be blacklisted again, but you don't go.
No, I don't go. I've got better things to do. I don't.
You're gonna. I'm gonna text you on the 11th, and you'll be like, "I'm staring at a wall, not a television. I've turned my soul chair around to a wall."
The chair I'm gonna hit that guy with.
That's right. I'm marinating this chair.
It says, "Will you be bringing a guest? 0 or 1?"
0. To Craven, 0.
I could go with you.
It's true.
I won't.
Okay.
Submit. There you go. You're going.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone. That's the show. I think I can't do this anymore. I don't want to. Hang on, I just got a confirmation email. I'm back. All right. Okay, here we go.
Who's this shadowy organization that's just saying you're back? Like you can't get out.
Yeah. I
Are
don't know.
you being paid by dark money?
No,
like some
Mason.
sort of political organization?
No.
Because it seems like you were out and then somebody was like, you can't quit.
I won't quit.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay,
I
great.
won't because I can't.
Yeah.
They won't let me.
Mm.
Mason, this is why BBC News. They say Dwayne Johnson spoke to them and he said, you can sing in theatres. He said, especially if you love music. You can't if you don't, I guess. Especially. No, you can regardless. Even if you hate music, you can sing in
Even if you're
theatres.
not watching a musical, you can sing in theatres.
Yeah. Especially if you love music. That's the fun part.
Pretty rich of Dwayne The Rock Johnson to say you can sing in theatres.
You fucking got him.
Oh, I got him.
Especially if you love music. That's the fun part. Sing. You've paid your hard-earned money for a ticket and you've gone into a musical and you're into it. Sing. What do you think? I say don't.
Yeah, maybe don't.
Unless it's like...
Would you rather sing or somebody just silently scrolling their phone directly in front of you for 2 hours?
Probably that.
Yeah, okay.
What would you do?
What I do?
Yeah.
Both. I'd do both.
Because that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
I don't know. I mean, look, I think you got to read the room.
Yeah.
I think if you're in there with like kids and whatever.
Yeah.
Also, no one's singing in Moana 2.
Because nobody knows
Nobody
the
knows
words
the
yet.
music and the music isn't as good. I mean, I know they released the soundtrack and whatever before, but like...
That's actually a very good point. People would sing in Wicked because they've
seen Wicked.
Wicked live.
I think it's like, you know...
Or they've read the book and they're just singing out passages from the book.
It's like when people go see The Room, right? And you're all there for that particular experience and you throw spoons at the screen and whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's when you're in a scenario like that where the movie is like you're with a crowd that is, you know... Revved up, then that's different. But if you're just there on a Thursday morning...
Correct, yes.
Then don't do it, I would say.
Well, also, I think in the last week, Cynthia Erivo, who plays Elphaba in Wicked, said something similar. She's like, well, you paid your money and you can sing. Yeah. And I wonder, because she had some, prior to the movie coming out, there was some, she said something about a fan-made poster, and I think we talked about it.
Yes, we did.
And everybody got mad at her.
Yeah.
And I think maybe she's just like, I gotta say something nice.
Yeah.
I gotta get on the side of
she did.
The public. And so she said that, but I'm like, yeah, you know what? Honestly, with something like Wicked, I probably wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, everybody's getting into it.
Yeah, I don't mind if people are enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
I think if it was one person, that would bother me.
Yeah, right.
If it was just one person doing it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like I see a lot of kids' movies like with my kids, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never seen you do it.
Like, it's always like...
But from my perspective, you're a real deadbeat.
True, thank you.
Doesn't see movies
No,
with
I do.
his kids.
Sometimes I do. But like I'll take them out of school or daycare or whatever and be like, we're going to see a movie.
That's a different kind of deadbeat that I respect.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. And I love it.
You take him down to the dog track?
Yeah. We will go to the movie. I just need to not get my thumbs broken.
That's
but
right. Here, smoke some of these Marlboro Reds.
So, you know, if I'm in a theater with a bunch of kids, like, it's chaos. Who cares? Like,
That's true,
it's fine. I don't care. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so read the room, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, don't go to Moana 2 and sing all the songs from Moana 1.
You could.
Wouldn't even make any sense.
I mean, it would make it better. Let's move it along. Moana 2.
That's
It's
right.
in theaters right now. You can go and see it.
That's right.
Take everyone you know. The budget of this is probably...
What are you being... Wait, is the dark money behind you? Is it Disney?
Is it Moana too?
Yeah.
Or Disney in general?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I can't tell you.
Wow.
Because it's not even true.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel if it wasn't true, you could tell me that, like right off the bat.
Yeah, I did say that though, didn't I? That it wasn't true. So that's good.
Thoughts and prizes levels of evasion here.
That's real though.
Yeah.
Coming up this week, actually, at my return for the Two Towers, we're looking at the Lord of the Rings movies and video games. So get ready for that, Mason.
Yeah.
Because there's more.
Get rid of your expectations and get rid of that.
That's right. Anyway, so it probably cost $150 million. There's a reason why we don't really know. But at the moment, internationally, at the box office, it's going to take in about $300 million.
That's big.
Which is very good. The first one didn't do super well. It had about $150 million budget. It came out in 2016 and it made $643 million. But it got very popular.
Yes.
Streams extraordinarily well. The songs are very popular. That's kind of how we got here. This is also a huge weekend in cinemas for like Gladiator 2, I think held pretty strong. So did Wicked 2.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the movies
Franchises are back, baby.
Franchises are back.
Oh,
Musicals
yeah.
and franchises are back.
That's right. Denzel's back. Paul Mescal's back.
He's back.
You know?
What?
Syphilitic Roman emperors are back.
They're back, finally.
That's right.
Yeah.
They were in all these movies.
That's right. And sometimes they run countries. Mason, what do you think the story was?
Oh, well, if you've seen Moana 1, which I have.
Yeah,
I
you
saw
watched
it
it
yesterday.
Yeah.
That ends. Moana. She was like, I want to go on a trip. I want to go out and explore in the ocean. And they're like, don't do that. And then she did.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, that's cool. You've done that, actually.
Yeah.
So well done. And she met Maui, who's the demigod, and he can turn into stuff because he's got a magic hook.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't like spending time with you.
I don't like
But
this.
then he did, and he's like, I do like spending time with you because we've been on an adventure together.
Things weren't working for me, but now they're working.
That's right. And then they all sung some songs.
Yeah. What did you think of the music in it? What did you think of it in general?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good, right? It's a good movie. It's fun. It's funny.
So I've only seen, so our perspectives are going to be different because you've seen it 1,000 times.
1,000 times, and I saw it in the year it came out. And whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's. I honestly think it's terrific. I think it's better than any of the other modern Disney stuff.
And it looks really, really good. Like there's moments in that first one. There's a moment where her Moana's boat capsizes and she wakes up on the beach and like she's covered in sand and it looks incredible. And there's you see the water coming up on the beach and that that the water physics are incredible and there's the big fireman who's a lady.
Maybe.
Spoiler alert.
I don't think. I think this one of the strengths of this new one is that it still looks good, but I don't think it's this huge jump in quality.
No, it's not like an Incredibles 2 situation or an Avatar 2 situation where it's like
just all still looks good.
You imagine the previous one looking about the same, but then you go back to it and you're like, oh no, this is much worse.
Sucks.
This is largely the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the start of this one, they're all the Moana's village. They're in a little island and they're like, there's nobody else out in the world, but Moana's like, oh, I reckon there is.
Yeah, I'll look.
And I'm going to find them. And now we've got all these boats.
But you can't find them. What's going on?
Maybe
another island thing is happening.
Maybe there's another island thing, and she's got to get on a boat.
Yeah,
and she's got to get a new crew.
Yep,
and then she's going to go on an adventure.
Yep,
it's largely the same as the first adventure.
It really is. Yeah,
probably not as good, but there's some good bits. I thought.
I would agree with that. I guess,
but the songs are worse.
Yes, definitely, 100%. So the idea,
no, they are.
They are.
They're less memorable. Certainly.
Definitely. I couldn't name a single one. And bearing in mind, I did see Moana 2, recently, and I've seen Moana 1 1,000 times.
Yes,
but I don't. Like, You're Welcome is immediately like, that's catchy. And like, every other song in that, the Crab song's great. Just good stuff. But you probably know this, and if you're listening to this, you probably also know, but the idea for this was a sequel series that was going to stream on Disney Plus. Yeah. It was announced in 2020. It was going to be a long-form musical series that released in 2023. And presumably because the way that Disney Plus has been going and it costs a lot of money and what they get in return doesn't seem to pay off. So they're like, let's make $1 billion. Let's make $1 billion by whittling this down and putting it out.
Yeah.
Now they've done this before, like not this exact thing, but Toy Story 2 was directed VHS, I guess it would have been.
Right.
Probably maybe DVD, maybe early
Laserdisc?
DVD. Yeah. No, it would have been
Zip drive.
Yeah, Zip drive. They're putting on a jazz drive. And then they went, oh, this is a really good quality movie. Let's release it theatrically. But the difference between Toy Story 2 and this is Toy Story 2 is a good movie and improves, maybe not improves, but it's at least as good as the first one,
Yeah.
Whereas this it feels like a series that's been chopped up.
You can tell where the episode breaks were meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think, look, I took my daughter who loved it. She had an incredible time.
She's got bad taste.
Yeah, she's got bad
taste.
If
anything.
what she's talking about.
She hasn't developed any taste.
Nah, exactly.
Your son has taste now, I think. Some taste.
Yeah, but some of his tastes are bad too.
And he's also easily very easily tricked by IP.
That's right. He is. Aren't we all?
Yeah. That's true.
I told you this when I was overseas and I was doing some of the live shows. I kept getting notifications on my phone that he was watching all the Michael Bay Transformers movies. He was just purchasing through Amazon. I saw him get up to like the last night and I'm like, I got to do something. I got to do something. Back. Yeah. Why did I leave the parental controls off this?
Wow.
But
do you like him?
Yeah, he likes them enough, but he doesn't. He loves Transformers 1 and Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts, but he doesn't go back to them. He's like, I've seen them and I don't like them.
Yeah.
And he's right. Doesn't like them as much, I should say.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, my daughter liked it. Again, it's doing very well, but I think in terms of like the heart, the humor, the songs, I think the villains aren't as good.
I mean, there's barely a villain at all.
Yeah, it's a cloud.
Yeah.
Which is bad.
I mean, there's no real beyond just saying the name that there's a villain that has to be, confronted. Beyond just saying the character's name, we don't.
He's a big storm.
Yeah, it's not anything.
For some of it.
Things I liked. I like the new crew.
The crew's good.
You got the new.
Yeah, I think
the woman who plays is the voice of Moana, whose name I will bring up.
Alan Tudyk. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rose Matafeo was Loto in this.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah.
didn't realise
New Zealand comedian and actor.
That's good. I didn't know that.
Rose Matafeo, who I met one time.
And?
Very nice.
Nice.
Taller than you'd think.
Taller than me?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm 6'2".
That's not true. You're a liar. I'm going to say Ali Cravalho.
Sure, that makes
is
sense.
her name. She's good.
Yep.
I like Dwayne Johnson's performance in this, except for the singing, which isn't as good.
Yeah.
I don't think they gave him enough time to warm up or something.
I think the joke. I think also like Lin-Manuel Miranda. He does one song in the first one, really,
Right.
and he kind of wrote it around his. He looked at him because there's a few times, or maybe it was just once, where he played guitar during wrestling, and it used it to like mock somebody. So he worked out where he's kind of
His ranges,
ranges, and he wrote a song around that.
Yeah.
It's very catchy, and he has a similar-ish song here called "Can I Get a Chi Who?"
Yeah, which is
and
his
it's
catchphrase,
like
yeah.
not.
It's not as good, and again, I think you're right. It's not. He's more talk singing,
Yeah.
and it doesn't really. I don't know. Like I, having very recently seen the first one, I'm like, oh, he's good in this. It's
He
good
is
that
really
he,
good
you
in
know,
it,
I didn't know he could sing at all, and
Yeah.
this hasn't played to his strength. They've just brought him in and gone, we've written
Hello,
this.
I'm Maui, and this is what I'm going to do right now.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
whatever. Yeah, so this is what he said about it. Not to get too technical, but songwriters Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear, they are forces when they write. Abigail and Emily came in with something that was very challenging, and I loved it. There were multiple sessions to get the song down because it goes into a lot of different places. Their words, not mine. It's Bohemian Rhapsody and all the places that it goes. So it was a challenge, but I loved every second of it. I didn't get that sense at all. Did
Okay.
it feel like Bohemian Rhapsody to you? Bohemian Rhapsody changes. So I didn't feel like there was
That's what a
any
rhapsody is.
Yeah, this didn't kind of change at all. I also
No.
think the humor in this, like he kept doing the boat snack joke.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Oh
okay,
yeah, there was
man.
yeah. And
Just eat them or don't.
That's exactly right. But the new crew. So she needs a bigger boat.
Yep.
So she's got a bigger crew. So it's Moni, who is like he's like a junior version of Maui. He's like his biggest fanboy kind of thing. He's like a big oaf.
It's fun.
Big
I
nice
like him.
oaf. And then we've got Rose Matafeo as Loto, who's like the boat mechanic. She's fun.
Mhm, yep.
And then we've got David Fain as Kelly, who's a grumpy farmer.
He's good too.
He's good.
They're all good.
Good team.
Yeah.
And Alan Tudyk is the chicken.
He is
I didn't
the
know
chicken.
that.
Yeah, that is
He's
correct.
getting paid for this for real.
Yep.
Real money for this.
I remember they
Incredible.
talked about it and they said that he is the dumbest Disney character maybe of all time. And that might be true.
Yeah.
Because is he doing anything on purpose? Doesn't seem like it.
I know.
Yeah. I love all of that.
For real, he's getting paid money for that.
Yeah, man.
Because, he came into... he helped choreograph the Peacemaker dance in the Peacemaker.
Did he?
Yeah, because his wife's a choreographer.
I didn't know
So
that.
if you look at the behind the scenes, he's there and he's
doing it.
He's doing it. So did he just do this as a favor?
He must have.
He
He must have done it as a favor.
must have done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he's got some good screams.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does, yeah.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
think there is not an element of this movie which is better than the first or even as good. I think you couldn't say that any of it is like outside of even the team, I guess. I mean, the team is good.
Yeah.
That's one of the few newish things. Oh,
Yeah.
and there's a Batwoman.
There is a Batwoman who's sort of the but again, you barely see her.
Yeah. And what's her motivation? It's this and that. No, it's that, actually.
Well, that's a fun twist.
Yeah.
And it tricked you, didn't it?
No, I thought it felt weird,
Okay.
honestly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I just don't know about this one. I think it'll probably do $1 billion. Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and it seems like, we'll talk about it in spoilers, that it will get a sequel. And I hope they don't apply this method.
No. Also, the people that made it probably got paid streaming wages,
Yeah.
not movie making
Probably.
wages, which are a lot less.
I also think, I don't know this, I think they were probably already working on a Moana 2, and that's going to be Moana 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that's what's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
I base that off nothing. But I think that way you could get Moana 3 out in 3 years, maybe,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
When's the live action remake? Next year.
No, I think year after.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Forgot about that. There's
Yeah.
that too, so maybe it'll be even longer.
You know what? I had decent enough fun with this movie.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was
fine.
pretty fun.
It's,
I mean, if
it's not terrible. It's not terrible.
if you need to take your kids to something
yeah,
during the holidays,
you could do worse.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen worse stuff very
This
recently.
week.
Name one thing.
No, the week's just started, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
I
Yeah.
haven't done that much.
We will see some worse stuff this
Oh yeah, don't
Yeah.
worry about that.
week. Yeah.
I know I finished From season 3, but I quite like that.
Okay, great.
I liked it. I like that show. I mean, it's The Rookie, your favorite show.
I've never seen a single moment of The Rookie. Not even seen a trailer. I'm not.
No?
I've never even been motivated enough to watch.
Why would you
the
watch
trailer.
a trailer? When you don't need to. You're already on board.
That's right.
Yeah. Spoilers. So at the end,
I'm gonna say best movie ever.
But it's also the strength. I think I've said this before about a number of things. The strength of this, the good thing about this, like the cast and all of that, and the way it looks and all of that. The good things that just carry over from the previous. Like I love these characters. I like the little coconut man. There's something I loved doing more with the little coconut man. That was fun. I actually like that quite a bit. So there you go.
Oh yeah, they did the pork joke again.
Yep.
You know the Moana loves eating pork, but she's friends with the pig.
The pig and whatever. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Go on.
So the ending is the same because they have to get to an island, but to get to the island, guess what? The island's not there. And then Maui tries to do something, but he loses all his powers.
Correct.
Which was the hook. And then this one, he loses his tattoos, and he's a guy again. But then, nah. But then they come back.
They do come back. It's true.
Remember, he was a bloke for a minute.
He was a bloke for a minute.
I think it would have been interesting if, he went to live with them on the island,
right?
And then the start of the next movie, he's like, I'm trying to make it work, and then he gets his powers back or whatever. I don't know.
Well, maybe at the start of the next one, he'll lose his powers for 2 minutes, and then he'll get his powers back.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, so all of that is fine. And then at the end, in the post-credits, mid-credits...
We finally see the villain.
They meet Polynesian Thanos. And he says, hello, I'm sitting in this big villain's chair.
I've got to collect all the shells.
And it did take me a second to be like, oh, this is the Storm guy.
Yeah.
This is the guy who was... Because you don't see him during the entire movie. Yeah. Was he in the storm or was he just... I presume he was just controlling the storm.
I think he was just controlling the storm.
God, I'm learning. Never stop learning, you know? Yeah.
And we get a little return of Jermaine Clement as the
crab.
The crab.
Yeah. He's got a fun song.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Actually, you know what? Compared to the first one, pretty disappointing. Okay, yeah. I didn't think it would be great, but I really like that first one. I think it's genuinely great.
Top tier, yeah. And it's also because it's Disney, it's not Pixar.
Yeah.
It's a level of quality that I don't really expect from Disney proper.
Yeah, I mean, I think Frozen is good. I've come around on Frozen 2, which I actually do think is pretty good too. I like Tangled. I think they do make good stuff.
Apparently, the Frozen 2 documentary is very good.
I've heard good things. Claire likes it as well. Yeah,
it's about it's that someone just described it as the building a plane in midair.
Oh, okay,
making something where it's they clearly had.
Yeah,
they would just could have been a disaster at any moment, but they
they did it.
Kludged it together.
Encanto's good. That's another one.
Oh, well.
People like Zootopia.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, my brother's calling. That's cool.
Which one?
The one you like.
Interesting.
Should I answer it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Should we move on to the next segment? I'll answer it while we're doing that.
Yeah, let's do that.
What's it called?
It's called What We Reading.
What?
What We Gonna Read.
What? I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today? All right. What are you doing?
Well, I haven't had a ton of time.
We're both talking to my brother in the break, obviously.
On the telephone, on the speakerphone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we didn't have to hand the phone back and forth between us.
We figured it out.
Technology is available.
He talked us through it, and we were able to do that.
It's true, yes. Yeah. He's quite technical. He's quite handy.
True. He is, yeah. He's slowly becoming my dad.
It's true, yeah.
As my dad fades away. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
I haven't had a ton of time to watch stuff because I watched Moana 1, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and we've been watching the Lord of the Rings movies, which take up a lot of time. I don't know if you know, but
I've been watching the extended stuff, Mason, so I know how much Lord of the Rings time takes up my time.
Well, I don't. So, and I'm living all the better for it.
You're blessed in that way.
I am blessed. It's been a real fun time watching the Lord of the Rings movies. I didn't think it would be.
They're great.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch these long epic. Oh, I've seen them so many times. Blah blah blah. I've seen the extended blah. But it's just like I mentioned this I think in one of the videos, but it is kind of like hanging out with your old friends. It's just
man.
Reminiscing over, and you can especially the last one. There's that constant back and forth between they're being overwhelmed by the bad guys, but then another good guy shows up.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, and it's
more good guys.
It's just that for 3 hours. But I'm like, I'm into the rhythm of this.
Me too, man.
This is wonderful. What a wonderful time.
I'm in the time of my goddamn life.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Lord of the Rings movies.
Are you looking forward to that animated one?
No.
No.
Who is there any returning voice cast?
Yeah, only
Miranda Otto.
Miranda Otto.
Really, for real?
Yeah, she's doing a voice cameo, talk-oving thing. Talk over.
A talk-over.
She's talking over it.
Okay, right. But her character can't be in that Because it's set 5 years after
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi, so she's not alive yet.
No, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It only goes for 2 hours and 14 minutes,
Oh,
which is good for you, right?
that is good, actually.
It's not 9 hours long.
Mm.
God, I hope this is good. Let me
Yeah,
check
me
this
too.
cast. Yeah. So Miranda Otto's in it. Christopher Lee is in it using archival unused materials.
What, are they going to rotoscope him?
They must know.
Animated style?
Maybe. Brian Cox is in it.
Okay.
Sean Dooley is in it. There you
Sean
go.
Dooley?
Yep.
I don't know who that is.
No, other people I don't recognize also. But yeah, no, it's the director's good as well, so you know.
Otherwise, I haven't been reading much. I would love some comic book recommendations from people. If
I'll give you
anybody's-
one.
Okay.
Batman Year One.
I've read it.
But have you read it?
I bet we've covered it on Big
I was going to say, have
Sandwich.
you read it again?
I have read it multiple times.
Okay, yeah.
And numerous times.
You reckon you've read it enough times, have you?
I could read it one more time.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you something that I am watching.
Is it
It's
The
called,
Rookie?
No.
Okay.
Do you think I should watch it?
We established off air that James has no plan for this.
Nobody
He's
said anything.
No, you said you had no plans for. I said, "What's your game
No
here?"
plans.
And you said you
I've
have
got
no
plans.
You said you're just throwing this out there to see what happens. And I guess it's my job to spin this into some sort of coherent bit. Is it? I'll give it my best. But more work for me. This is my version of watching all the extended editions of The Lord of the Rings. Is picking up what you're putting down, this scrap of an idea, and turning it into a bit. Is it? All right. See you next week for bloody.
So you're going to come in hot with an absolute
With an absolute
cracker of a fucking
with,
conclusion to this.
with a Shakespeare style conclusion to James tells people I've seen the TV series The Rookie,
all of it.
all the whole thing. Yeah. You're welcome, folks, and you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I watched A Man on the Inside, or watching. It's
Now
Michael
that has-
Schur's latest.
Okay, and so he did The Good Place, right?
And The Office and Parks and Rec and
Did he?
all of that, yeah. Or heavily
Oh.
involved. He's Mose. He's Dwight's cousin Mose.
Oh,
but he's
right,
actually one of
okay.
the creative forces.
Okay, and
behind it.
this got Ted Danson in it.
It's really good. It's really like...
What's it about?
It's about a guy and he's kind of like he's in his later years. It's Ted Danson and he's kind of stuck in his ways and, he's lost his wife and he's, people are like, you should get out there more Ted Danson or whatever. And so then he sees an ad in the paper that's like basically to be a private investigator into a nursing home, do a series of like minor robberies. So he goes in as a undercover detective kind of guy, but he's
He's a senior citizen.
senior citizen, but he's still quite sharp and funny and all that. He's like trying to, and he's working with this agency that's like, and it's not like a huge government agency. It's just like a private detective firm that's trying to talk him through this thing. And it's just good. It's kind of like, imagine if like Ricky Gervais's Afterlife wasn't just fucking sour.
I didn't see that, so I'm okay. I'm glad.
Yeah.
What is this on in Australia?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, on Netflix.
It's
Okay,
very
right.
like life affirming and it's fun and
especially
it's
for
got a
those
lot
approaching their twilight years.
Yeah, it's got a lot of heart and Ted Danson's really good in it. And I think it's great.
Did you ever watch Bored to Death?
Which one was that?
That was the one. It's Jason Schwartzman, him, and Zach Galifianakis, and they're like a private detective team.
I didn't.
That was a
Ted
fun
Danson's
show.
in that as well.
Yeah. So it's
Is that why you bringed it up?
That's why I bringed it up, James. This isn't a coinkiding.
That came out 2009.
Yeah, I know, right? But that was Jason Schwartzman
it's a great cast.
Yeah, as a fictionalized version of Jonathan Ames, who I think is a real guy.
Yeah.
But he just decides he's going to be a private detective and just take on little things.
And who's Zach Galifianakis in it?
His friend.
Okay.
Or someone's friend.
That was the year that The Hangover came out. There's only 24 episodes. People seem to like it.
Yeah.
Never saw that. All right.
It was created by author Jonathan Ames, who's the guy.
This is the guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
And also, I'm making a promise to myself, James. I gotta watch Slow Horses. So I'm going to get Apple TV this week.
Why are you picking that one of all things?
I don't know. It's got a good cast, it seems, and it's a bit of fun.
Do you think this is about horses?
No,
Okay.
it's about men.
It's not about horses, is it?
You've seen it, haven't you?
No.
Haven't you?
I've only been watching The Rookie or whatever this joke is.
Oh, now you've been watching it
That's my conclusion.
based
to
on
this.
my
The
recommendation.
twist.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I watched
Oh,
it,
that's
I
a weight
guess.
off my mind, so I don't have to think of anything. The conclusion is you hungover admit you've watched some of The Rookie,
No,
but you haven't really. You're going to say you have to end this bit.
You can still come back with something.
I guess I could.
Yeah. Should we move on?
But what is it going to be? Oh, I've also seen The Rookie.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy, actually. You're right.
What are we doing?
Oh, but I was going to say,
sorry.
if people have any recommendations, I would be most interested in like Image Comics, limited stuffs, 4 to 6 issues, maybe the whole thing's out.
Capped off.
Yeah, capped off, supernatural stuff. Oh, you know what I haven't read?
What's that?
Because we talked about a DC Black Label, they did The Nice House by the Nice House.
Oh, there's a sequel to that,
there's
right?
a sequel. It's the Nice House by the Lake.
Mm.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, something like that.
And then there's a sequel series. And we were like, there was a moment where it's like, we're not sure if there was going to be a sequel to this.
Yeah.
And it's the Nice House by
on the Lake.
Nice House on the Lake, but then there's the Nice House by the Sea.
Yes.
Which is a sequel, so I'm going to read that.
Is it the same people?
No, it's different people.
Oh.
Yeah, but I shan't reveal any twists or turns.
Do you know any?
Well, I mean, of the series we read.
Oh, you
initially,
mean, I thought you meant of the this new one you haven't read yet. Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm going to note that. But something similar to that. Anything, give me something, if you've got any recommendations, anything kind of supernatural, a little bit of left to center, sci-fi, anything like that, let me know.
Okay.
I will. Ideally, not you, the listeners, people with insight.
I got insight.
Also maybe something new. You know what I mean?
You don't want something from the
You don't have to
80s.
recommend me like a Jeff Lemire or something because I've read all of those.
Okay, you read it all. Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. I've read Batman Year One.
Have you? How was it?
Good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, one of the best.
It's good. What's the next segment of the show?
It's letters.
Yeah, it
Time
is.
for letters. Here we go.
Hell yeah.
The classic one was
letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, only a take away.
We got it here right now. We're going to do letters.
Hey, man.
Oh, hey, man.
You want to reach the show?
Yeah.
It's simple. You just hashtag Weekly Planet Pod on Twitter, or you know what? Don't, because I've stopped looking at it.
What if I just called your brother and got him to call you?
You could actually do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Also, I put a thread in the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates group every week. If people want to check out that on Facebook.
Nice.
Bad platform, yes, good group.
That's so true.
Or you can shoot a Gmail to Nick Mason at weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got for us this week, Nick Mason?
This is from Liam.
Liam?
From Brisbane, but don't hold that against him.
I wasn't gonna.
Nice one, James.
Thanks.
Got him. Hi, Liam says, I'd say I'm a long time listener to the amount of pods I've listened to, but I realise I've only been listening since mid-2023. I've been making my way through the backlog backwards.
I'm older than that.
That's true. And I've wanted to send in something for letters for a while, but haven't had anything to say. That wasn't until I was made aware that the Phantom would be receiving a comic book-styled, side-scrolling beat-em-up for PC and consoles announced just this week. I thought this to be quite an interesting development for the IP, as it seemed to have been pretty dormant for the past decade, and I was reminded of the movies that are vaguely connected in some way collection we did on YouTube.
That's right.
Got me thinking how else these properties could come back. If you were to bring back another property of this very exclusive category, what would they be in and what form? Zoom specials excluded, because we know Dick Tracy has come back in Turner Classic Movies Zoom call form. Yeah. I personally think Dick Tracy could do very well as a stylized animated series. Thanks again for getting me through many early morning starts as a mail sorter with such an amazing podcast. Liam from Brisbane. Can I be the official mail sorter of the pod? You can, as long as you bloody ring my doorbell and don't bloody leave that bloody card.
Yeah, make sure you drop the thing off that you.
He's a mail sorter though. He's not a.
Oh, you're not responsible for that.
Yeah. If you could tell your mates.
Yeah, tell your dumb mates.
Yeah.
First of all, what do you think of the look of this game?
Looks bad.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's a shame.
I'm hoping it's not just like, because Ninja Turtles did it. They weren't the first, but like they're popularized taking an IP and then.
Do you think that's what this is?
Well, there's like Toxic Avengers is getting one, or had got one. Power Rangers is getting one.
Yeah.
Other G.I. Joe's getting one, or was, or is, or was.
Yeah.
And none of them, it seems, have that kind of flair that the Ninja Turtles one has, which is excellent. And it feels, if I was to be cynical, like that.
Yeah.
But
it might be good. It just
might
looks,
be good.
Maybe it's unfinished, but I watched the trailer. I'm like, this looks like it's got a kind of a jank to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't. Looks kind of slow and not.
Yeah, like there's missing frames in.
Yeah, it seems a little bit like that. Yeah,
and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like
no shade to the people working.
No,
on
it's
this thing.
It's an indie fucking Phantom game, So like, I hope it's good. I'm just looking at what other games that these guys have.
Phantom, of course, for people that don't know, inexplicably popular in Australia for decades.
How do they do it?
I don't know.
How
man.
do they do it?
I don't know. Dick Tracy does have a modern comic book adaptation. We talked about that recently.
Did you? Have you read that?
I have. It's good.
Yeah?
It looks good. He's good.
He's like it's like the Rookie, but of the past.
Oh, he's brought it back. Well, why would you reopen the book on this, James?
Because I think it's a joke that will endure.
Okay. Right. Why do you think that?
What do I
Was you
think?
hungover?
No.
Interesting.
Just think a lot of things. A lot of thoughts.
Yeah. I think Dick Tracy could come back. I want to see it as like a Telltale game style thing.
Oh, that'd be fun.
You know?
What about a detective game?
Yeah,
like not Telltale necessarily,
yeah,
but like I guess like a Telltale game would be.
Yeah,
a good
like
example
maybe a
of,
point and click.
Maybe a point. That's what I was.
There's there's something of a resurgence of point and click games.
Yes.
Recently, bring back Dick Tracy on the Switch.
Oh yeah,
and it's a point and click adventure game, but you can shoot people sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Every now and then you can shoot big wide faced men.
Who else did we talk about? We talked about Green Hornet.
Green Hornet.
The Rocketeer.
Green Hornet, but it's Spy Hunter.
Okay, sure.
What do you think of that, Mason?
That's pretty good.
The Rocketeer, but it's Spy Hunter.
I think The Rocketeer, but we bring it back as like a 10-episode streaming series, and he doesn't get the rocket pack till episode 10.
Yep, I agree.
You know? He gets the helmet very early on.
Yeah. And he's just running around a barn.
Just running around, yeah.
But barn.
A barn, yes. But he doesn't get his signature rocket pack till episode 10, and then he flies around for 5 minutes, and then the series ends.
Incredible. I'm looking for these old videos that we did on the Know It When You See It series of films.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it was Green Hornet, which
Yes.
probably shouldn't have been there, realistically, because it was... But then the Phantom... The Shadow... I mean, the Shadow got a game, didn't it?
Did it?
I think it got a side-scroller.
All these characters would have got a game in the 90s.
That's what I mean, yeah.
You know, there was a...
The Shadow. There's this side-scrolling beat-em-up, the Shadow.
Oh, that was unreleased,
Oh,
though.
was that... it's unreleased. They didn't release it.
Then they should release that.
Yeah, release it.
Dick Tracy got like a side-scrolling shooter situation.
Sure.
And you could Tommy gun into the background.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, exactly. And you could, do a big punch and so on and so forth. There was a Phantom 2040 game as well.
Oh, yeah, I remember
The animated series.
Yeah. These are good.
These are what else do we do? I would honestly, I would love to see more Rocketeer stuff.
Yeah,
of all this stuff.
Well, there was talk of doing a sequel series, and maybe there was an animated thing, and they brought back
there's going to be the Tuskegee Airmen version.
Oh yeah,
of the
that's
Rocketeer.
right, with David Oyelowo.
Yeah,
I hope they do that.
I hope they do that as well.
They probably
Yeah,
won't. I feel like that's
No.
dead. I don't base it on anything, but I don't feel like that's real anymore.
No, it's gone the way of a lot of Disney stuff. I think.
Yeah.
Whoever was involved made one bad creative decision on
Willow.
something else, and then they fired everyone.
They did
Yeah.
the Willow TV series,
Yeah.
which is all right. I liked it.
Oh yeah.
I liked it.
Give me a Rocketeer anything. I'm happy with the Rocketeer anything.
You like that 1930s aesthetic? No,
Yeah.
was that 1930s? Yeah, it was 1930s. Yeah, it's good. It's a
Mm-hmm.
fun movie.
Yeah.
Mason, what about this? Is from Anne Deven, who's a top contributor. She goes, can you think of, off the top of your head, any great action sequences in comics? I maybe don't read enough comics that would actually have action beats in them, but I'm hard-pressed to think of any examples myself outside of, that guy fought that guy type stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Well, we
Superman
mentioned-
versus Doomsday, et
Yeah.
cetera.
Well, look, we mentioned
where the matchup is the most memorable part.
Oh, yeah.
So go on.
Oh, if it's one-on-one fighting, I don't know. But I was going to say, we talked recently about Ryan Smallman's comic book with Tom Hardy, Arcbound.
Yeah,
Did you read that?
No, I haven't
It's
yet.
good. But it's like...
I did buy it.
Yeah, well, that's as good as reading it.
I agree.
But the art's really good. Like, it's just... I'd not seen Ryan do anything besides, like, like single static promo stuff. I'd never seen him do, like, any sequential art.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is it's really dynamic. Like, it's got a good... Like, a really good sense of movement to it. So, again, I'm, it is a plug, I guess. We're not being paid for it.
Not yet.
Tom Hardy's not giving me any free watches.
Why not?
Which he could.
He could. Do you reckon yeah?
I think he should.
I think he'd want to.
He's a Bremont ambassador. I think he should send me some. He should send me a Bremont.
I'll take one.
You will both take.
We're
a couple
getting
of Bremont.
watches. We'll take two different watches. Yeah. All right. I mean, I wouldn't say this is like. There's people will probably bring it up. There's that Moon Knight Storms. It's a bit, Crook Bloke, etc. Yeah.
And you mentioned this in a mocking fashion, James.
What?
But Batman Year One, there's actually some really great action sequences.
The bit where he kicks that tree down.
There's the bit where he kicks the tree down, sure.
Yeah.
But that's just the opening salvo.
No, there is. There's a lot of good stuff.
But there's a moment where the Gotham City SWAT team siege Batman in an abandoned building.
Yeah.
That's like it's like his first week on the job, and they drop a payload of explosives on this building and bring it down.
Yeah.
And then they send the SWAT team, and then he just tears them all to pieces.
Goes to work.
Especially the guy that tries to shoot a cat, and he really, really tears into him. It's a lot of fun.
It's a good comic.
Because he's there, and he's like his utility belt's like burst into flames, so he can't use anything. So he's just got like 2 poison darts and 2 fists, and it's good. It's really good sequence.
I agree. Invincible is just a long string of gory fights.
Yeah.
I think that's choreographed really well. Batman shirtless fighting Ra's al Ghul, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
With a big sword. If you want like one guy versus another guy, though, outside of, that guy I guess falls into this. Batman versus the Reverse Flash is a really good fight.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? From
the button? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Where he's trying to survive like 11 seconds so the Flash can get there.
That's right, yeah. That's fun.
And it's when you're fighting someone who can move faster than the speed of light, it's basically an infinite amount of time.
The art for Batman Year One, David Mazzucchelli, also known for Daredevil Born Again.
I was going to say, there's heaps of Daredevil stuff, right? Daredevil's got incredible
but he also made Asterios Polyp and City of Glass, the graphic novel. Never heard of those. Going to check him out.
City of Glass sounds familiar.
You're thinking of Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not.
That's fun.
What is?
That's just got a cool look to it.
I don't know this at all, actually.
No.
I was thinking of Valerian and the City of Glass.
Okay.
Cool.
It's just some sort of it's a sort of biographical novel about a man named Asterios Polyp and then something about gods. I don't know. I'm going to check it out. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Got another letter, Mason?
I do have another letter.
Let's hear it. Okay. Let's hear about it.
This is from Nate.
Nate.
Oh, wait. No, here's another one. Nope, this one from Nate. Nate says, why do they feel the need to hide two-parters? I mean, I think that's fairly self-explanatory. We'll get through it.
Sure.
Hey, boys, listening to your review of Wicked Part 1 and the trailer about Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, The Final Reckoning, got me wondering, why is Hollywood so afraid to let people know ahead of time that the movie's going to be a two-parter?
Because it's a commitment.
Yeah, Wicked, Mission Impossible, Across the Spider-Verse, Dune. These were all movies that weren't openly advertised as Part 1, and even though I knew going into each of them that they were, I know a lot of average moviegoers didn't.
No.
And were subsequently upset when the movie ended on a cliffhanger. Well, there it is. I remember when The Matrix Reloaded ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
People were like, what?
You knew, though.
Yeah, I did know.
It was the year of The Matrix.
It was the year of The Matrix.
Yeah.
When Avengers Infinity War ended on a cliffhanger, that blew a lot of people's minds. People were like, no, these are all supposed to end with a good ending, you know?
And when Back to the Future 2 ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But Marty, I went to the Wild West, Marty.
That's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
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 Did you see that in movies?
Maybe. Was Christopher Lloyd was like 46 when he made the first Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Looks great, though.
Now.
It looks great now, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he looked good then, he looks good now.
Nate says, even worse, it seems like most of these movies waited until the first came out to even start production on the next part. June Part 2 came out fairly quickly.
Yeah.
It's been 18 months since Spider-Verse, and we still have no word on when its follow-up might come out. Thank you for the laughs. Keep up the good work. That's from Nate.
I think Harry Potter did it well because you were committed to, like, Harry Potter. These are the last two movies, and, like, people were like, we're going to, like, when you're 9 movies in or whatever, how many there was, people were going to see that last one.
Yeah.
Hunger Games, not good. Didn't do.
Yeah.
They didn't do it well because it wasn't compelling enough.
Yeah.
People seem to just stop caring about the Hunger Games in the middle of that franchise somehow.
I think general audiences don't. They just want a complete story. Yep. I don't. I don't know. For me, there is a lot of appeal of, like, this ends on a cliffhanger, and you can, you've got the anticipation of the next thing. But I certainly understand in, like, the last few years where maybe there'll never be another one. Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
They did well, and I'm pretty sure
Let me check
they are going to have a final one. But, like, what if the projected cost of that final one blows out, and they're just like, no, not going to happen. Honestly,
no
Plus,
idea.
it's a Sony production, and they don't make good decisions.
No, they don't. I have no idea when that next one is coming out either. That made off $150 million because they didn't pay anybody.
Yeah.
690.
Okay.
So good, but you kind of got to get a move
But
on.
isn't it weird that that's still, like, on the knife edge of, like, maybe they'll make
it's
another
good.
one?
It's good, but, like, I think, they need to start moving on this, which they are, obviously, but, like, what, is this probably 2 years away from now, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah. Sequel, blah, blah, blah. I'm just looking for an update on this. Karen Stoney said in August 2024 that the voice recording was slated to begin in a few months, and they're deep in production. So that's the kind of last kind of update, which doesn't bode super well. So I would say 2026 at the earliest, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Mason, what about this? Is from Daniel Phillips, who's also a top contributor. You can all be a top contributor if you want to.
That's right. Just send us good questions.
Yep. Is Air Bud a dog who escaped from the base in The Thing? It would explain why he's so good at basketball. If he is, we're all doomed. It's a good theory. But what's the Thing doing?
Oh, like, what's its motivation for winning at basketball? I mean, probably to get in a room with the president. So the president will be like, good dog, time to shake your hand.
Seems like there's a quicker way to do that.
Like turn into the vice president.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, and I don't know, man.
I think it wants to get in a room with the president and then it can turn into the president.
Yeah. But do you think people would notice it?
Because here's the thing, there's no rule that says the president can't play basketball.
No, Obama was always like, look how many free throws I've got
Yeah,
up my sleeve.
Yeah.
And I'm a war criminal.
Yeah, look how many free drones I've got just droning around.
As many as I want.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
right.
a lot. It's a good theory. I like it.
Yeah.
And Air Bud did other things. So he was trying to get to the president from all manner of sporting achievements.
Exactly. Air Bud, Hockey Bud, Navy SEAL Bud.
Chess Bud.
Yeah, Chess Bud. That's right. Actually, there is a rule that says a dog can't play chess, but he's got a knife. We better let him. Call the police. They're not answering.
Maybe Air Bud could be the president's dog, like Joe Biden's dog, which kept biting everybody.
Yes.
That's how you get in.
That's true.
Get your place.
You promise to bite as many Secret Service men as you can. Yeah.
That's right. What's next, Mason?
Here's one more email.
All right. I'll allow it.
This is from Alex.
Alex?
Who says, are cinemas helping themselves or nah?
Whoa, okay.
Hey, guys, love the pod. Better than Mars pods. I don't know if that's true.
The snack?
Yeah. They're really good.
Really good, man.
Snickers pods as well.
This guy's not right.
I might get some on the way home. Yeah.
Can you get me some?
You wouldn't eat them. Too much sugar.
It's not about that.
Okay, you just want to look at them.
Yeah.
You want to put them on your kitchen table and stare at the bag.
And know that I can't do it.
Does everybody in oil have pods?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, we'll email in. Anyway, the other week I went to see Saturday Night at the only cinema showing it in Newcastle at the only session available.
That came out in theaters?
Apparently.
I didn't know that.
On the way, I stopped for a coffee, and I thought I might as well buy the ticket. This was 2 hours before the session. I had a lot of issues trying to buy the ticket, so I reset the app and even went to the website, and the session was gone.
Oh, my God. What happened?
This is not the first time a session I had planned to go to disappeared. It happened with Monkey Man and even Trainspotting 2, which was before COVID. Do you think it's fair for cinemas to pull movies when they think it's not worth the cost of running it, or do you think they should be more considerate of these smaller movies that don't have The Rock? I did not know this was happening.
No, me neither.
I thought they just ran them no matter what.
Yep. No, they cancel stuff, apparently, I guess. God damn.
Wow.
So what do they give you? They should give you extra stuff, right?
Well, I mean, if you didn't buy the ticket, it looks like
he didn't buy the ticket.
He didn't buy the ticket.
Do you think if you had to buy it, they would have still cancelled it?
No.
Buyed it? No?
No.
Would have let that one
If
guy
he
go
Joe
and say-
Bided it,
Yeah.
they would have run it, I think. And there's no better feeling than just being the one guy in there.
Oh, my God.
Knowing the
that's
projectionist
incredible.
has to go in and...
They don't even do that anymore.
Don't they? Is it a
I think
robot?
it's all robots.
Robots.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all, but who's
Well,
watching?
knowing that I've enslaved a robot in such a manner makes me feel good.
But who's watching these robots? You know?
That's a great... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what, that
Probably
expression.
probably another
Who's
robot.
watching them robots?
Who's doing it?
Yeah.
God, I don't know, man. This is dire stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I mean, again, like, I didn't know. Did you know that was even going to
I did
cinemas
not
here?
know.
I mean, it didn't, I guess.
Oh, Saturday night. Yeah.
yeah. For those, yeah.
No,
people-
the poster was
It's a
up.
Saturday Night Live movie or
Yeah,
whatever.
the poster was up at my local cinema, but I don't know if... occasionally you see a poster go up and then the movie just never comes out. So.
Yeah. I just Googled, like, to watch this, and it's just on streaming, and you can pay $19.99 for it,
Oh.
which is less than a cinema ticket. So there
That's
is
true,
that.
isn't it? Yeah.
There is that if you want to save some coin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think also, like, a lot of these indie movies or whatever and comedies, I don't see in cinemas because they don't show them.
Yeah.
And you live closer to a cinema that does,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not driving that distance
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just, unless it's like for
Yeah.
this, like,
Yeah.
I won't.
Who would drive, that length of that distance
Yeah.
for content
You think
every week?
Every week?
Yeah.
Well, some people go above and beyond in other ways, you know?
Yeah.
Driving in itself is like, yeah, okay. You sit in
Mm.
the car and you listen to some music.
How about this? The Rookie. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about it?
I don't know, man. I was hoping somebody else could come up with a joke.
There's no one else here, Mason.
No.
It's just us.
Oh no! I've left so many
Were
many
you-
setups hanging.
Were
over
you
the
under the
years.
impression that there was a safety net, like a guy waiting
I
to
thought there was
come
a
in?
punch-up guy.
No.
I thought I could just. Wow.
Does that mean you're going to do worse at jokes because you know you don't have that safety net now?
Oh, maybe because I've got the yips. No, I'll have to do better. Because now I know there isn't a guy.
There's no guy.
I thought Collins was adding his own punchlines.
God, I hope he does.
Mm.
I got one more letter. It's from Andrew B. Byro, who's also a top contributor, who says, aren't you just so tired?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. At the moment,
Yeah.
today I am.
Yeah.
But generally, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I've got a week off, but I booked a thing like for the first 4 days of the week off.
Why you do that?
Because I'm silly.
Well, one of the things is with me, though, so you'll have a great time.
That's
You get
true.
to drive here.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen to your music.
Yeah.
What else? What are you doing? I know you're visiting your folks.
I'm visiting my folks.
You doing any podcast guest spots?
I did a podcast. I did a guest spot on Lawmen.
Oh yeah,
that'll be out this Thursday, I think, and there'll be a Christmas bit as well.
Sick.
But I'll let people know when that's out. But otherwise, I've been on there a couple of times, so people can go and check it out.
Good fun.
It is good fun.
Yeah, it's good. They're
nice
good
lads.
dudes. Yeah, though I haven't met them, so I can't speak to that.
They were on Who Knew It with Matt Stewart.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I did see that. Is that the show?
That's the whole show, folks. What are we doing next week?
Nothing.
Nice, great.
Is out.
Okay.
But
yes,
the week after that, it's Craven and that Lord of the Rings movie.
And then something else that's bad. Something's coming out December 19th. I keep seeing the billboard and
Is
I'm
it
like,
The Lion King?
It is The Lion King. And
Is
I'm
it
like,
The Lion King Origins?
Yes, it is that.
Yeah. And Sonic 3.
I had a decent amount of fun with Moana 2.
Really good time.
And I just feel like that's 10 times the fun I'm going to have than with Mufasa, the Lion King.
I
prequel.
think, watch this bite me in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be better than you think.
All right, then.
I'm not saying you'll have a good time.
Okay, good.
But what you
Great.
think now, it's going to be slightly better than that.
That's terrific.
I agree.
Mm.
Should we leave it there?
Yes, folks, thank you so much for listening. We absolutely appreciate it. Thank you for telling your friends about the podcast because that is how we get new listeners. And thank you for leaving a 5-star review on your podcast app of choice. If you do so, James will read it out on the podcast. He's bringing it up.
This is from Thomas in Ham.
Thomas.
He says, 5 stars. Rick and Jason are the funniest in the business.
So true.
Love these boys. This one from Random Reggie who says, good mates, good times. James and Nick Mason are funny guys. Nick Mason is funnier.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh.
And it's nice and refreshing thing to hear movie/comic book/nerd culture news and commentary without the anti-woke hysteria.
Random Reggie, more like correct Reggie.
A lot of home truths in that for me.
Very correct. Yes, that's right.
That one really hurt.
Yeah. Because you're a real anti-woke crusader.
I am. That's not what I'm doing here. They've misinterpreted all my things and stuff.
Interesting.
And that I think I'm funny.
It's true. Folks, if you want to get into contact with us, you go to weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com, or you can go to the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates Facebook group,
Hell yeah.
or the Weekly Planet Podcast subreddit and Discord. Fun civil chats about podcasts and pop culture. Thank you to Fidel and Sarabi and Maisie for moderating the forums, for doing the TikTok channel, for doing the Weekly Planet Clips channel.
Come along.
They're doing all the work.
Come along.
If you want to follow some people on the socials, firstly, follow Rob Collins on Twitter. He's at Raw Collins on Twitter. He's at The Weekly Planet on Twitter. Keep you up to date on all the things The Weekly Planet.
He's having the time of his life.
Having the time of his life, we assume. I am Wikipedia Brown on Twitter and Nick Maso on Instagram. James is Mr. Sunday Movies everywhere. If you want to support the show, you go to patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies. Chuck in a bucket or an amount you would not miss. Or go to bigsandwich.co. $90 per month bonus podcasts, early videos, video game let's plays, movie commentaries, all sorts of stuff.
We don't mind.
This week, a thing.
That's right.
A thing that you'll love.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. If you want a t-shirt, you go to tpublic.com. You search for The Weekly Planet.
Yep.
Is it our friend over at Weekly Planet Posters? He made a midlife crisis t-shirt.
Hell yeah. The Time Crisis one.
Now, is that still around? I wonder.
I think so. I saw a couple of those when I was overseas, actually.
Did you? I might get one.
I should get one too.
Ironically.
No? Oh, yeah, because you're past midlife.
That's exactly right. I'm in declining years. Can we get one that just says declining years?
Fucking got him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Damn.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Wait, think of the Brood and the Basics who are asking for all the musical themes. Next week, the other thing we said.
Yeah. There'll be a show or something we'll look at.
Yeah.
Something will happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe there's a new Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew is out this week.
Yeah.
This week.
I got the previews.
Oh, nice.
I didn't watch it.
No. Great.
But I could.
It's true.
I'm not going
that
to.
Jude Law, what a charmer.
I like
He's
him.
out there.
All right, thanks, everyone.
He's like, I got paid too much money for Alfie.
Did he?
Yeah, he said that.
How much you get paid?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's ask him.
Yeah, let's see. You going to look it up?
Sure.
Okay.
Alfie Jude Law pay. It just said I was probably paid too much. Yeah. I only made $35 million off a $60 million production budget. Oh. We liked Alfie remake, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thanks, everyone.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.